Russell Brand wrote an incredible blog for The Guardian, and he wanted to do a little commentary on the riots happening that happened in London. And, you know, he wanted to focus in on the aspect of the riots that I think a lot of people are ignoring, right? A lot of people look at the riots and they say, look, these are just a bunch of kids who don't know what they're doing. They're just destroying the community. They don't really have any real purpose. They're uneducated. They don't know what's happening in the world. You know, basically it's looked upon as reckless with absolutely no mission. But there are people that participated in the riots that actually were angry for a real reason. And that's something that Russell Brand wants to draw attention to.
Yeah, and look, I absolutely love this article. I was really surprised at how much I liked it. First of all, Russell Brand comes across as incredibly bright. Second of all, he's very self-effacing. He says over and over again, he's like, look, I get it, man. You know, I'm not even in London anymore. Now I'm a rich celebrity. I'm part of the people coarsening the culture, etc. And I have no right to talk about this. But I'm going to tell you what my experience was when I was growing up and what I think some of these people are feeling. And what I'm really tired of is everybody saying it's senseless.
Yeah.
Like, we get that of course, this is the most obvious thing in the world, that they shouldn't have done it. But can we for a second be a little intelligent and look into why it happened? Exactly. And there was a couple of quotes at the end that I just absolutely loved.
I have them for you right now. We made graphics out of them. So he says, why am I surprised that these young people behave destructively, mindlessly, motivated only by self-interest? How should we describe the actions of the city bankers who brought our economy to its knees in 2010? Altruistic, mindful, kind, but then again, they do wear suits, so they deserve to be bailed out. Perhaps that's why not one of them has been imprisoned. And they got away with a lot more than a few fucking pairs of trainers.
You go get him, Russell. You go get him. And he said, look, these kids, he said, I used to do these protests, and, I was looking for a sense of purpose, etc., and I had a sense that the people were being screwed by the powerful, which he was absolutely right about, right? He said, now, understand that these people don't even have anywhere near the opportunities that I had. He said, I got to go to train for acting, etc., etc. Now their tuition has been, tripled.
Right.
And they don't have an opportunity for education. Unemployment is through the roof. You've got all this frustration building up and building up. And then everybody turns around and goes, oh, how senseless. I can't believe they robbed this and this. How about the damn bankers that robbed billions, if not trillions? But they got away scot-free, because they wear suits. I love that point that he made. And then one more at the end.
If we don't want our young people to tear apart our communities, then don't let people in power tear apart the values that hold our communities together.
And he's referring to whether it's David Cameron or Margaret Thatcher, who he, wants to emulate, etc. He's saying, look, if you keep saying, oh, the individual is great, we don't have to do anything for any communities, and you're all on your own, then you're surprised when they don't care about the community. And you say, how could they have destroyed their own community? Well, you fostered that attitude. It didn't come out of nowhere. So you set up a situation where this was much more likely to happen. And then when it happens, what do you want to do? You want to blame the people that are involved and say no one could have seen it coming, as they always say, and say that, the only people at fault are the ones that did that direct specific action that, of course, no one agrees with, instead of trying to figure out the real basis of the problem. I couldn't be more impressed with Russell Brand. The easiest way to support the show? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Totally free. Press the button, boom.
Yeah, you subscribe, and every time we upload a video, you get notified about it, so you're always in the loop.
You can see all of our videos whenever you want to. Fun for everybody.
Not only fun, it's the only way that we're able to be independent media.
And then you can say about our show.
By jumping in.
People who watch our show are very informed.
I don't know what else to say about it. Oh. There it is.